Hello everyone, welcome to Dot to Dot, and as usual I have had wonderful comments to the videos, and today I was challenged to look at again this map by Fred Nolan, and the comment was given saying that this is a novelty map and it's not to scale, and that the road would be further uphill into the upland area. And I would agree with that. On my last video I had it a little bit too far out into the swamp, and so I've made some adjustments, and yes, I agree this is a novelty map, but it was made by Fred Nolan, who is a surveyor, and I'm sure this is not accurate at all. But the things that I've done to locate this is this road. The other thing is the Graves Farm building. And the other thing was the swamp. And here's the line right here for Fred Nolan's swamp. Now, the swamp changes from year to year. It's right now dry, and it goes from being completely flooded to completely dry with trees growing in the middle of it. So the question is this Fred Nolan's discovery here? And is this road? Now I had this shifted way over here to where this road was out here and this road was going along the edge of the swamp. So, because of the great insight of one of our viewers, we have adjusted it to where it is inland a little bit. And let's see, I can take these off, and so you can see these are the things. Now I've added these little circular turnarounds because I believe that's the way it was used. I believe it was a circular pattern, and it was facilitating whatever was going on in the eye of the swamp. I'm going to turn Fred Nolan's map off now because we really don't need it anymore. And let me put that back up, that other one. I can never find out where it is. There it is. So anyway, what I've done here is I have, this is all by using the elevation tool on Google Earth. This is all at sea level. Actually, it's for the swamp area, for the defined swamp area. Actually, all this area up here is at sea level, and down in here is at sea level too. But as I'll show you in another picture, this is pretty much the framework of the swamp. And it is totally possible that this road was on dry ground, that Fred Nolan was able to observe it, and that it wasn't covered over 6 feet of mud. And you know how I know this is because it's simple archaeology. The deeper you go into the layers, the more old the artifacts should be, right? Well, let's look at something. Let me blow that up. This was found on the last show at pretty much the deepest layer there is. Now, I find it funny that when Gary found this caster wheel, the look on the archaeologist's face, I can't remember his name, but was like, oh, well, that's a good one. Right. This caster is clearly a modern age caster, probably post-industrial age. It may be in the late 1800s, maybe, Most likely it is probably post 1900, probably around the 1930s, or even later. It may even be 1940s or 50s. And I doubt very much that they'll ever bring this up again on the show. Maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt if they had any flanged base. This thing is not iron. It looks like it's made of steel because it's not corroding. And this is going to definitely have ball bearings in it and all kinds of pretty much modern technology made items. So I doubt if this is going to be 1600s. But does that mean that the road here is any less relevant? No, because I've been on roads that were cart trails, that were foot trails, and now they're highways. You know, when things have been used, when trails have been used, and the soil gets compacted down and nothing really grows on it anymore, and it depending on how much activity is there, it can become a well-worn path and be there for hundreds of years. And the fact that Fred Noland made an observation about it, and I think that it's close enough to the swamp. I don't think it's way up here. Another thing I checked was the grade. I mean, it starts going way uphill here, and to put a trail going traverse perpendicular to a grade, it's sort of difficult, but because you have to dig into the grade. But this seems more logical here, and I'll show you a couple of pictures. I went through and dug through some archival pictures, and I took some shots off the show. That's all blown up. But look at how deep they're digging. These are two guys right here. I don't know who they are, but they're digging down into this ditch. This is Oak Island during their excavation. But, okay, so you can see, if you look, see, here's the road that they're doing. It looks like, and see how the grade really starts to go up here? It really starts to go up. I guess this is the eye of the swamp. Oh, guys, look at this. I want you to notice there's water just flowing out of this eye. And in the next picture, we're going to look at it. It's like, where's this coming from? Is it like flowing in here and then flowing out? I mean, that's a river of water coming out. But notice the angle here. It's clearly on land. It's clearly within what I showed you that it could be what Fred Noland had discovered. Let's see, here's the other. So if you look at this, here's the road, okay? And it's sort of heading off into this angle. Remember I showed you Graves Farm? It was out here. Here's Fred Noland's old place. I guess it's Tom's now. Boy, this is a nice spread, isn't it? Really nice. It's got it all paved, driveway and everything. But yeah, it's going out this way, and the angle you can see. And there's the eye of the swamp. And this swamp goes all the way out. It actually goes out. This is all considered swamp all the way to the other shore along here. So I want to show you some other pictures here. Here's a picture, and check this out, guys. This is pretty cool. You know, this is an archival picture, and I sort of marred this picture, but this is where I proposed, you know, where I think that road, the line of direction, it doesn't go all the way out here, but this is the line of direction that I pretty much, and look at the shape of the swamp here and see how it goes here, and there's the eye. And you know, it's not always all filled with water every year. And I don't know what this is. I don't know what year. I would say somewhere between 1939 and maybe any time before Fred Nolan got there. So if you notice, here's the dock right here, and this is not the dock that they found way underneath the sands in here. This was made actually by, I think it was the Hedden Company, and they did this monstrosity. I'm going to show you another picture. They did this monstrosity of a dig out in here, and it was pretty intense. Let's see. Oops. There it is right here. Doesn't this look weird, guys? This is supposedly the Money Pit area. And this is the Hedden Project. And I guess there's Hedden. And some guy, they're looking at whatever's filming them. Probably an airplane or a dirigible. But look at this operation. You know, I feel sort of good about the Laginas now because these guys just destroyed this island. I mean, they just made it it's almost like a junk pile. But look at all these dwellings that are on here. That's cool, huh? So these guys were roughing it, living out here, digging holes. Yeah, I'm not going to get into where this is or how it's positioned. It sure doesn't look like the Money Pit area of today, does it? It's very, very strange. So, where was I going with this? I'm getting into getting off. Oh, here's another picture. It's also archived. You guys may have seen these, but here's the dock right here in a better condition. That other picture I showed you, this is like gone. It's like destroyed and everything. And there's probably some lady on a beach chair out here. No. Anyway, this picture is not at all reliable for seeing anything on the island. Can you tell me why? And this is in the archive. It says it's a glass print. So this was taken on a glass. This is supposedly 1931. So Hedden got into it in 1928, and so this is 1931. Oh, and you can see here, there's that thing that we saw. But look at all these like ghost buildings out here. Okay, and here's the swamp area. Okay, look at the swamp area. I mean, there's actual trees down here? No. Look there's trees here. Here's a trippy thing. Look there's trees in the ocean. And down in here, look this was built on trees, and it's not a reflection. What it is, it's a double exposure. This thing has been double exposed. And you can tell because here's another shoreline here. These trees, there's two pictures on top of one here. So, but I'm almost positive that this is here. So this is right. And this is probably right, the Hedden Shaft in the Money Pit area. But, all these ghost buildings out here, and whether this hill is, there is a hill there, but it's hard to tell what is what. And the swamp area, it doesn't look like there's any water in it, but you can tell these trees are not in the swamp. This is all just been double exposed. Oh yeah, I want to show you guys something else too. Check this out. Now I don't know if those are there or not, but look, there's like telephone poles or some kind of poles right here along the edge of the swamp. Now, isn't this trippy? This is pretty cool. Anyway, I've been looking at that, and see, look at, you can see, you guys, you can see like the cross T right here. This one here too. And it goes all the way. I don't know where it stops. Looks like it stops there. So, but this looks pretty clean out here. So this is basically, you know, where Fred Nolan would eventually live. And oh yeah, and here's the rock. This one right here is the left cross rock for Nolan's cross. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if that building's really there or not. It's a ghost building. Look at all these ghost buildings. This almost looks like, you know, like the actual, you know, the whole setup that's supposed to be at the Money Pit area. So I don't know. It's like this is this right here. Doesn't it look like that? So I don't know what the angle is, but anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Anyway, this is the last I'm going to talk about the road. You guys can, you know, just watch the show and see what's going on. But I think it could be a very good possibility that Fred Nolan knew about this road, that it was above ground, that it was walkable during his lifetime, that he did notice it, and I think it's possible. So that's all I got for now. Oh, let me show you one thing more. Here's a proposed upland thing. Oh yeah, I want to show you. Yeah, that's right. I did want to show you something. Explain something else. That was the swamp level. This right here, okay, remember when they did a few years back, they found all the rocks and how they were flat and laid in the swamp, and there was like a floor and everything like that? Well, there's like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a little peninsula right here that comes off. And this is where they were digging out those rocks. So here's a good, you know, this is what I was thinking. Maybe this is the way it worked, you know. And here's the pine tar kiln up here. You know, maybe they were making circuits, you know, like around here. It's all speculation. But it's fun to wonder, and it'll be cool in the show to see. Hopefully they won't find the shopping cart that goes with the caster. Anyway, that's all I have. Thanks for watching. Bye.